The title of most brutal dictator in history belongs to Big Daddy, the Machete, the Butcher of Uganda, the Butcher of Africa, the Butcher of Kampala, the Black Hitler, Dr. Jaffa. This is Idi Amin. Was he a cannibal? Let's find out. Idi is said to be born in 1925. However, this has not been confirmed. There isn't much accurate information surrounding his childhood. However, it is known that his dad left him in his teenage years. He was raised by his mother and dropped out of school very young. In 1946, he joined the King's African Rifles as a cook. The King's African Rifles was a multi-battalion British colonial regiment, otherwise known as the KAR. Idi rose to the rank of lieutenant, where he was involved in the Shifta War and the Mau Mau Uprising. Not only was Idi moving up in the army, but he was also an athlete. He held the title of Ugandan light heavyweight boxing champion from 1951 to 1960. He even challenged Muhammad Ali, but was declined. Idi Amin's hard work in the Ugandan army was paying off as he rose to the major position and eventually made Chief of Army and Air Force in 1966. Then in 1970, he was made Commander of all armed forces. Ugandan President Milton Obote was going to arrest Idi Amin for misappropriating army funds. After finding out he was going to be arrested, Idi launched the 1971 Ugandan coup d'etat. This means Idi Amin's loyal troops illegally took Kampala, the capital of Uganda. They overthrew President Milton Obote and Idi Amin declared himself president. The third Ugandan president, that is. This began the Second Republic of Uganda. This militant dictator presents himself as a soldier rather than a politician. One of his first acts as president was eradicating 80,000 Asians from Uganda. The entire Asian population of Uganda was given 90 days of notice to leave the country or they were executed. He obviously wasn't a fan of Asians, but he really loved Hitler. He also really loved his 43 children. And he loved most of his 6 wives, but I think he killed the 4th one. If beating women and abandoning children isn't powerful enough, his self-bestowed title sure will be. His Excellency, President for Life, Field Marshal Al-Haji Dr. Idi Amin Dada, VCDSOMCCBE, Lord of all the beasts of the earth and the fishes of the seas, and conqueror of the British Empire, in Africa in general, and Uganda in particular. The only name more intimidating than that would have been the Gazelle. In all seriousness, Amin was a very cruel man. He committed countless crimes against humanity and killed so many innocent people. He ordered public executions, killed his own staff, and was known for beating people with sledgehammers. Apparently, he had a torture chamber with an underground prison and an electric moat. Idi was even accused of eating and then feeding victim corpses to crocodiles and then keeping their heads in the freezer. This is likely true since he is actually a self-proclaimed cannibal. In 1976, Idi Amin supported terrorist hijackers in an airport raid. Known as Operation Entebbe, this turned out to be the most daring and successful rescue mission throughout history. Long story short, Idi Amin's troops failed their mission and a quarter of Uganda's air force was destroyed. In 1978, Idi Amin tried to annex Tanzania's Kagera region. The president of Tanzania, Julius Nyerere, did not like this. He sent his Tanzanian troops to invade Uganda and captured Kampala. This officially ended the reign of President Idi Amin. After losing his power, the only thing he would be conqueror of were his prison walls. He was held exile in Libya, Iraq, and then Saudi Arabia, where he stayed until he died on August 16, 2003. Thanks for watching, class. I now invite you all to sit back, relax, and enjoy some memes.